Welcome back, everybody, to your favorite day of the week.
No, I was saying, have you been seeing what's been going on with the submersible?
I have not.
Yeah, Joel was telling me about it. Go ahead, Joel.
Well, either way, it's like experimental sub. They're trying to go down to the Titanic, which is so far down.
Yeah, 2.4 miles. Yeah,
it's far. So it takes like
4 miles.
I don't know if it's that far. 2.4 miles.
2.4
I don't know
miles.
if it's that.
That's
That's beyond. That might explode. But it takes 2.5 hours to get down, or 3 hours to get down there. So you're just dropping, you're just descending. Like, what are you doing? And it's
Hold on,
not only that,
people are in these submarines.
Yeah, so they paid $200. There was 5 people that paid $250,000 to be on this submarine to go down and see the Titanic. Mind you, dude, it is the most basic, basic thing ever. It'd be like starting to flood and Noah's like, come get my ark, come get my ark. And it's just a canoe, just a canoe. There's nowhere, no coverage, no nothing.
Well, the worst part is it's completely unsanctioned. Like there's no government.
Well, they don't have to. They don't have to sanction it. It's in international waters.
They just decided to build the submarine and turned it into a touring thing.
And it's lost.
Yeah, they can't find it.
Well, here's the thing.
Under the water, in the ocean.
Yeah. Opposed to what, Pat?
I don't know. Somebody might
think they were driving and maybe it fell off the back. Like, where's our sub?
With people that paid $250,000 in it.
Yeah, and there's no seats. You just sit on the floor. There's no bathroom.
Christ.
It's controlled.
Stupid.
It's controlled with the PlayStation 2, like a PlayStation controller.
And people are in it that pay $250,000.
Yeah. They just load up and there's one button. So there's not even like a plethora of controls. You literally have the PlayStation controller and they have a button. So they actually treat it more like an elevator as opposed to an actual submarine. It's only got one spot down.
Is it not attached to like a hose or something?
It's a free fall. Yeah.
It's a free fall.
No, it is. It is. Yeah. But they have all these things that push to the top at a certain point. But I mean, they were saying that more people on Earth have been to space than people have been to that depth of water.
Yeah.
And the dude, they were interviewing the guy, and it was so somber. He's like, I have low hopes. I want the fat. It's like, what percentage do you think that they're alive?
None.
Probably 1%.
You paid.
He said 1%
to die.
No. This dude said 1%, and he said what we fear is that there was a breach in the hull, and it just
just imploded. Yeah.
Dang, they just became it's too much pressure down there.
Yeah. So they just within the last hour, they just pretty much made the assumption that that's what happened. But from what they're showing, the Titanic wreckage is 2.5 miles below sea. Under the sea.
You're right on that.
So it's way down there.
That's a long way down.
They're just this solitary tube. They were saying though, they're like, it's comfortable. Right, it's a little spacious, and there's one bathroom.
It's not spacious at all. It's
not
a bathroom.
Let them tell it, bro. Let them tell it. Yeah, it's not a bathroom.
No,
it's like a bag.
I watched the documentary.
Yeah.
I watched the whole. No, it's not even a vacuum. It's a bucket.
That's what I'm saying. It's a bucket in a bag. Yeah, it's a bucket in a bag.
Yeah, just a bag, and you just Ziploc it.
What would possess you to pay $250,000 to do that?
Yeah, a lot of money.
Maybe just the flex. It's got to be the flex. It's got to just be able to say, hey.
They did it last year, so it's the second time.
Right.
But they were saying that what they are able to do by charging people to do it, they're able to get money to fund the research that they're doing and try and figure out the Titanic stuff. Right. So take a few people down. Yeah, no. They're done.
Yeah, there's no more funding. There's no need for funding. And
might be the last time anything ever goes to the Titanic. Where is the Titanic? Where is it?
It's Newfoundland, off the tip of Newfoundland.
Yep.
Canada.
Gotcha.
So
I'm watching a video that's showing a map right as soon as you said that.
So,
you were correct.
Hey, when am I not, G? If life was Jeopardy.
As soon as you said that, the map popped up on my computer screen. This showed where it's located.
Oh,
yeah.
So, one dude took his son. So it's a dad and a son.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The owner of the company, all super rich people. There's money in that tube.
Yeah. No, there's certainly money in this. Yeah, certainly is. They were talking
Why would
about
you take your son.
they were talking about how people are signing waivers, and the waiver basically says like there's no insurance, there's no refunds, there's high risk, and the guys all would tell me where to sign. Like I'm
Jesus
good,
Christ.
I'm good. That's a flex
what's this
that I don't
documentary,
want.
Joel?
Huh?
There's a documentary.
It was from last year. Yeah, it was when they so last year the BBC had a in-person interview with the guy, and so they like toured this little tube, and they got to see what was going on. And the weird thing was they were talking in the interview how some of the stuff in there was like stuff you could just buy at the store.
Oh sure, yeah.
He's like they just weren't taking it that serious. I mean,
so the guy pointed to one of the pieces, and he was like, "Yeah, I picked this up from Harbor Freight." I was like, "Well, that's good.
Christ, man.
That's nice. Yeah." I just went on down to the local Harbor Freight and just added on there at the very end. I mean, it just some part of you has to say this is a bit off. But I guess, man, like
I don't think. Think about this though.
It's that flex.
Think about this. Think about this. There is in 2023. You don't think that stuff like that's going to happen.
That's
like
true.
It's the future. You know what I mean? It's the future.
It's true.
Like you don't think that you're going to go down underwater. Yeah, it's not explored a lot, but people don't think about that. People think, oh, the ocean. So I go to the ocean all the time. No big deal.
Right.
No big deal. No big deal.
Yeah.
Pressure, bro. Pressure. Pushing down on me. I'm pushing down on me. Under pressure. So it's just I mean there's a lot of stuff that we can say on the outset like I would never do that. That's
Dude,
just
I
dumb.
could have.
I just think that it's easy. It's easy to in the moment be like, I got $250,000. That's chump change.
Hey,
I'm going to tell you right now.
I'm going to put it on record. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm going to put it on record.
Record it.
If I have over like unlimited money, I would never say, "Hey, I'm just going to spend some of this to go further down than most anybody has ever been on the planet."
I'm going to stop you right there.
Dude, you're crazy. But you want to go to space. I'm not going to space.
No, we're not talking. We're talking about Rose and Jack Dawson. You know what I mean? We're talking about seeing where the greatest love story unfolded as it crossed the Atlantic, or what I think it was.
Dude, you probably see more of the Titanic
we're
watching
talking,
the movie than you do seeing them going on that tour.
When I go on that tour and I look out the bow and I see myself in my worker's trousers.
Yeah.
In my worker's shirt and suspenders, and I hold myself in my mind, and I say, I'm the king of the world.
Yeah.
Look out.
What do you hold in your mind?
Yourself?
You
hold myself in my mind. There I am. Okay. I would pay, we're talking about that. You know what I mean? I think that there are some things that I think it's one of my favorite movies of all time.
That's fine. Watch the movie for free.
Live the movie. Be the movie.
You're not living anything. You're seeing a bunch of like wreckage.
But
go to that military ship that's like right below Pearl Harbor.
Rose Dawson. Rose is going down there and she's looking. As she sees the wreckage, she goes, oh, because all the memories flood in. Jack coming down the stairs, hand out like a shiny new penny, ready to.
Do you know what the difference between
touched.
what you're talking about and what they did is? They were watching a camera traveling down through there on screen.
I just
not going, which is perfectly fine. Send a robot.
All I know is that when you get near it, you can still smell the fresh paint. You can still, the dishes had not been eaten off of, the china had never been touched.
Yeah. I feel like down there, it's more of the.
That's what the movie says at the beginning.
I feel more like it's more like Ghost Ship when you get down to the bottom, as opposed to the Titanic. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a fan.
There's an Italian lady
I'm a fan, but
singing. Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you why. I would never get in that thing because one, I'm claustrophobic as hell. So to be that close to somebody else and in an absolute tube scares the heck out of me. So I can tell you, all the money in the world, that is the last thing you're going to catch Nick Clemency doing, is getting stuffed inside of a tube to go 2.4 miles below sea to go down to see some wreckage. So I can tell
it's not wreckage.
Oh, sorry.
It's
historic. land. It's a museum. It's an underwater museum.
It's a love
this point.
story.
Oh,
You just have to
excuse me.
float in a coffin to it.
It is a love boat. Soon we'll be making another round.
I understand, and I too would not.
Yeah.
But
That's
Yeah.
insane.
I don't know. It's a wild thing to think about. Like, hey, you guys want to go down and see the wreckage? You know?
I think I would
mean,
volunteer to
tribute?
go. No, never.
To tribute.
I'll never volunteer for that unless you got selected.
Unless Jennifer Lawrence
Patrick.
is there.
Unless you got selected, Patrick, I would save you.
I appreciate that.
I volunteer as tribute.
You're probably more athletic than me.
My special skill
No.
Bo?
would be the bouncy ball, just like I'll walk out there spinning it on my finger,
Yeah. Just looking.
take it, throw it at the game master, and if he gets hit, and I'll go like this, you're out. Turn and walk.
It's slow-mo.
Yeah,
Like in real time, but you're walking in slow mo.
I wish.
Like you're doing it yourself.
That's happened before. It's called psychosyllabin. Just kidding.
Truth be told, the Hunger Game movies were really good.
Yeah,
I was in it.
I have to think that that's
I
true.
was an extra. I was an extra.
Did
you know that,
filming at the
Yeah, the
I
Knights
think I
Theater.
did. Philip Morris.
And Philip Morris, yeah.
Yeah, they filmed a lot of that at Philip Morris, didn't
They cut my scene,
they? Oh,
but I was in there.
If they would have put it in there, I would have been
It's
like,
probably cool to be on the production though.
Nick, what are you gay? So if I see the way you look.
Because I am the capital, okay?
Why are you gay?
I was all posted
They said we
up.
can't have
I
an
looked
extra
good.
that's twice as big as every actor in this movie.
No, hey, they hand selected me, baby. Me and Joe were just walking. We were walking to the mall. They pulled us.
Oh,
Hey, guys, come on over. Get some headshots. We'll call you. Next thing we know, Joe's going to Homeland. I'm going to see be the extra in the Hunger Games. This is what
He
happened.
says Homeland means I got deported. I'm back.
That's right.
But they're like, hey, come sit down. Come. What's your last name? Snatch.
Snatching.
Yeah.
Ice pulled up on Joel,
Dude.
but we got him
glad I
back.
wasn't with you. I'd have been
We got him back.
like a serial killer on NCIS or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind playing. I wish I could be that kind of person just to.
I feel like it's not
Play that
NCIS.
role.
What is it? What's the big thing? What's the big show? Law and Order. A lot of people's
Yeah.
careers like started rolling after they were on Law and Order, or they do like a guest spot for a
I
friend.
mean, it's one of the biggest crime shows out there, though, man. I mean, Law and Order's been on for a long time, a long time, and you had so many spinoffs that come from it. So it's just one of those ubiquitous shows.
That's how
that
Ice
people
T
just keep watching.
kept the income coming after he
That's so
stopped
true.
rapping.
Robbery
I'm sure he has other
homicide
business
just called. They got 3 dead kids in an alleyway.
I liked him in that show though.
It's just. I just see.
Ice Cube's
I
not a good
did
actor.
not.
He's not.
I just.
It's like he's like. I'm not going to say that. I was about to say something. that
We
I'm
gonna
not
say,
gonna
Pat?
say. No.
Watch out, man.
I was going to
Hey,
say.
check this out, right?
I'll say it. I was going to say he's like The Rock.
What do you mean?
In
Ice-T?
that he's like it's the same character.
But they got
He
fake
can't.
names. That they're both
No, he
men.
can't.
He's just like The Rock. They're both guys with 2 hands, 2 feet.
Yeah.
Like
with their pants on, one leg.
I love The Rock as an actor, but what he's going to play one part in every movie.
Oh yeah, he's gonna pay the big buff
The big buff either asshole
brute,
or
big buff brute. Yeah.
or the big buff feminine kind of cool.
No, The Rock's played a lot of roles.
Well, The Rock, one of the best roles that I thought The Rock would ever been in, honestly, was Be Cool. I thought it was probably his best movie because
Here's the
he
difference.
just really showed his chops in that movie. I think.
This is why I
Funny,
didn't want to say it because
well-rounded.
now you're gonna act. Now you're gonna come back and you're gonna say
Here's the difference. There's a huge. Okay, yeah, we gotta talk about
Yeah.
this.
I shouldn't have said it.
That was. I mean, that is like comparing steaks to cabbage. Like it is just the weirdest. Now, listen, I'm just gonna say this, guys. I mean, this tastes kind of like
No,
cabbage.
I said I wasn't
The
going to
steak
say
does.
it, and you guys pressed me to say it.
Well, listen, Ice-T is limited to one thing and one thing only. His voice immediately.
What's up, man?
Like he can't play a comedy role. He can't play like you're not going to watch a romantic comedy starring Ice-T.
You don't know
ever.
That.
I mean, that would be the worst. I think I'm in love with you, baby.
Hey, what's up? You trying to go on a date later on, or what?
I mean, he's a cop looking for love, but just can't find it. But
man,
it just doesn't.
I just can't seem to find any love right now.
I would watch The Rock in a romantic comedy.
That's true.
Oh, sure, he can pull it off. I think you should.
I'd watch The Rock. I'd watch The Rock in a scary movie.
Yeah,
I'd watch The Rock in a action movie, a comedy movie, a romance movie, even a superhero movie. I liked African. I liked
a good actor.
Listen,
like The Rock.
No, I liked African American Adam. It was not bad. I thought it was good. You know, it was pretty good.
I've seen 3/4 of it, and then the plane landed.
Did you say that in celebration of Juneteenth?
Hey, I would never disrespect.
Never disrespect.
So on that, I say African American Adam instead of Black Adam. You know what I mean?
Could you imagine Ice-T being killed in a horror movie? Oh man, you stabbed me. Why you stabbed me like that? Somebody pulled this knife out of me. Dang, I'm scared right now. Y'all need to run away from this scary man's. He got me.
I just want to watch Jungle Cruise with Ice-T instead of The Rock.
Nope.
Hold on tight. We're going down river.
It's a whole different movie if Ice-T's in it. Jungle has a whole different meaning.
Dude, I just got an idea. What if Ice-T was the new voice of Garfield?
Be horrible.
I don't know.
That might be $1 million idea.
Hey, what's up, Odie?
Think
what's
that's
up,
work?
John?
He said $1 million. Pat just gave himself $1 million for that. You're a lie.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, if Netflix, in 6 months, if Netflix released a new Garfield with Ice-T being the voice, that shit would sell out.
Yeah, it would sell out, but people would be like, "What the is this,
dude?"
Like I've never sat around.
I shouldn't have.
Listen, I've never watched.
I watched Garfield.
I like Garfield. I've never watched anything. I've never watched anything in my entire 39 years of living life and been like, if Ice-T was in this, it'd just be a little bit better. You know what's missing? A little bit of Ice-T.
You know what's missing?
I've never looked at somebody and been like, he's good, but Ice-T would have done that just a little bit better.
What's the deal? How come we ain't had no Ice-T movies lately?
Huh? Do you know, that just doesn't, that's never, ever crossed my mind, not once. Man, if Ice-T was just in this would be way funnier.
When it comes to acting, Ice-T is the epitome of one-trick pony in the acting world, right?
Yeah, he just found a role and rolled with it.
Right. The same way he was in New Jack City is the same way he was in Law and Order is the same way he was in John and Mnemonic. You know what I mean? He's worked with some high-end folks, but his chops aren't where they need to be at.
Ice, I got you.
Yeah.
You in my heart, Ice.
Hey, better be careful, Johnny. They're coming after you with the computer chips, man.
I'm a big man. What if he does the scene like The Rock did in Be Cool?
Yeah.
He's like, you got to go to Nationals.
Hey, check this out, man.
Why you got to be so mean? I'm just trying to be strong for my team.
Hey, consider it barung and sing.
Bring it on. Who's worse? Since we're on crime shows, Ice-T or that Caruso guy from CSI Miami?
You know, the worst is Shamar, whatever his name. Excuse me, baby girl. What's up, baby?
SWAT.
Hey, listen, what's up, baby girl? All my baby girls up there. He does his TikToks like that. He has his Instagrams like that. He does everything. Everything is baby girl.
Yo, what's up, ladies? What's up, ladies? Check this out.
Hey, what's up, baby girls?
It's your boy Shamar Moore right now.
Baby girl.
Better than baby girl.
Hey, check this out, baby girl. I'm here for you.
Hey,
to all my baby girls out there.
Said there's only one thing better than baby girl. You know what that is?
What's
baby
that?
Boy.
100% country girl.
That's it. 100%. Salt life.
Salt wife.
That's what
living
it
in
is.
Salt Life. with his little Judy Saltwife.
You're gonna start a thing. Joel, and it's gonna be all your fault. You heard it here first. All right, I didn't do this last time, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this right now. Copyrighted to Tuesday.
Saltwife.
It's 2023 to 619. Yeah, you're gonna start a thing.
He's my salt honey, and I'm his salt wife.
Hey, I call him Big Pepper because I'm his salt wife. Don't talk about Big Pepper like that.
Maybe black people should do that. We out here living that pepper life.
Oh, no. She's off. That's my Poppy Preca right there.
Hey, we living that pepper life out here.
You know what I'm saying?
Pepper life. Crack
It's your
pepper
boy.
life.
It's your boy Poppy Preca. You know what I mean? I'm out here with my salt wife.
Black pepper.
Black pepper. There's all kinds of pepper.
Jesus Lord.
African American pepper.
I'm trying to say African American Adam. That's what it is.
That's it.
But I prefer The Rock over a lot of people.
Joel, I feel like that could be a straight 2BB movie right there.
African American Adam? Heck yeah.
But it's not a superhero movie whatsoever.
It's a biblical movie.
Or it's a black guy working at a bank. You know what I mean? Like
Named Adam.
Three. Named Adam, who just happens to be named Adam. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see that movie now. Yeah. Hey, what y'all finna go see? Hey man, y'all seen new African American Adam yet? Like, finna go see it. Y'all down? What's up?
You guys have a good Father's Day?
It was a good Father's Day, man. Oh, tell them what you got, Joel. Tell them what you got.
Ooh, what'd you get, Joel?
I got a sore anus.
Well, tell them why you have a sore anus. Let's go.
Because I got a brand new bike.
There it is.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I want to ride my bicycle.
I was about to give a golf clap to Pam.
Let me tell you this, dude. Tore me up. Father's Day has a whole new meaning.
Yeah.
Which is Father's Day.
Father's Day has a whole new meaning.
Holy meaning. Father's Day. Have a seat.
Father, Son, the Holy Spirit.
So we got me a bike, right, for Father's Day. So I'm so excited. I'm like, yes, I can't wait to ride it. You know,
Yeah.
It's pumped. I remember I go to Target and the guy's rolling it out, and I'm like, It's like
Bicicleta.
when he brought it to me, I was like, I said, "You want to see me ride it? You want to see me ride it around the parking lot?"
So you told the guy
said-
from Target?
Yeah, I was like, "You want to see me ride it?" I said, "He's all, heck yeah." And so I did.
Did you really
bunny hop.
say heck yeah?
He did, yeah.
Oh, kudos
And
for playing
rolled
along.
forward, turned around, did a bunny hop, and it's like just like old times.
You hit the BH right off the top?
Yeah,
No way.
Did you get both wheels
Brag.
off?
yeah, I did.
Is it a 10 speed?
Bragger.
Huh?
Is it 10 speed?
It's multi speeds.
A 21, baby. 21.
Oh,
It's a
I think
7.
it's 12.
12 speed.
dude.
I'll take any mountain on.
Let's go.
About to say.
We're going super. Hey, I'm going super.
Trek outdoors.
That's right.
You go
It
10
is-
speed. You go 10 speed if you ride on the street. If you're going off road, it's
is-
12 speed.
Way harder than I remember. It
Yes,
is not
100%.
easy.
You got to get into
And
this
dude,
motion.
Whoever designed, okay, the damn seat to the bicycle has never seen somebody's butt and taint, because it is definitely designed to bruise your gooch.
Is it
And
like speed bike or is it like a mountain?
No, it's a mountain bike, but the seat is made of rock.
Really?
Get your butt over there now,
It's a gooch bruiser. Yeah.
dude. It is.
Oh,
It
bikes
was.
have cushion seats.
It has a cushion, but it's made of stone. I was leaning off to one, like, you know how when your butt hurts, like, I'm like riding on the side, like I stand up and pedal, and then I just kind of have. I put the one knee down. I put the
should've
one
went
knee
back,
down,
no.
one up, like one knee
Yeah.
up, like
You should have
you know,
went
you're
back.
cruising.
You should have went back to Target and said, "Excuse me, sir, can we chat for a second?"
Yeah. Because the thing is, Joel, you didn't want to get off. You know, and that's the thing.
I
You
didn't,
just
dude.
That's hard.
just hang in there. You hang in there because you don't
Like,
want to get off. You know what I mean?
This is me, like I lived it. Like I was like when I was standing up, I was like shaking
side to side.
Get it. And then
Yeah,
I'll
get
be
some
driving.
bike
I'll be driving, and then I'll do it. It's got a gooch protection. I already ordered it.
Yeah.
So then so you're coming. You know, everything's like a bump. Everything's a hill. So you take it. You're like, and my thing's got shocks. It's got shocks and stuff. So like, I take any hill on. It's got shocks right in. I attack hills. Ready.
Just
without shocks, it's just a bike.
It's just a bike.
It's just a bike.
Oh man,
you gotta make sure you grease them up, keep your shocks right. It's like a car, dude. When I got it, like I go downstairs. Hey, I'll go downstairs, look at her. Hey,
check her out.
Her name is Schwinny. What's up, Schwinny? Schwinny the Pooh. Schwinny the Pooh.
Schwinny the Pooh.
Come here, Schwinny. Let me clean them gears. Schwinny the Pooh.
Clean you up. Yeah. Listen, you got to keep the bearings oiled, keep the chain oiled, right? Do your PMs.
Yep. Okay. Hey, Nick, I'm going to get some pegs. You can come right on the back.
Hey, I will. I will. Hands on the waist.
Yep.
Just holding on tight. Standing straight up.
Shoulder,
if
you do shoulder, you can wave at people still. Like, hey, Sue.
If I ever came into Moss Creek and I see Joel in tights with Nick riding on pegs on the back, just showing me the shocks.
Hey, Nick does all the hand signals. He's like, when we're turning left, he'll be like,
I got him. Yeah. Left, right.
You turn right.
Right is up, left is down.
That's right.
Got it.
Hey, so I'm jumping in the bike gang. I'm going to buy a bike rack. I think once I cure my
pedals
anus,
that lock in.
Once I cure my anus woes, I'll be good.
Yeah.
Cool
thing is, bud, get you some.
Cool thing is, bro, you're just in time because actually
on peas.
In our neighborhood, we actually do the 4th of July bike ride throughout the entire Moss Creek neighborhood.
Hey.
So you're in there, bro.
Bet.
You're in there. You are in there.
Is there a place I can rent a bike?
You can decorate your bike. They have bike contests. You can decorate your bike, get an award for best bike, most spirit, and ride it through the neighborhood, man. We all meet up at the middle school, and we go for a ride, baby.
Oh. Well, I think that this will be the first time that I get to advertise my new club called the Stashman.
That's right.
I will I will bear a banner that looks just like a mustache.
That's right. Just let it hang. Wave in the wind.
Just hairs. It looks like hair.
Waving in the wind.
It's just a flag.
What if we found like a mustache that you attach this like super long, so it's just like
so it just blows in the wind. I love it. Yeah. I love it.
I could put a mustache on my mountain bike.
You could.
Ooh.
You could.
That's right. You know what there? You know, Stash Man Unite.
Huh? Schwinny the Stash.
Man. You know? Schwinny.
And if you didn't catch
Schwinny.
After you finish this episode of the podcast, kick over to last week's episode and you'll hear the rise of the Stashman.
Oh, right. Stashman.
The origin
so you guys, so is it customary in your home to receive whoopee on Father's Day?
I would love to say it was customary, but that didn't happen. I'm going to be honest.
Oh yeah, no.
No. It's been raining outside, but it has been a drought in this house. I'm just going to be honest with you, man. It's so rough right now. I probably don't need to be saying that, but sometimes you got to get on your own podcast and be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Get it out there.
You just got to be vulnerable. You know what I mean?
I'm going to tell you, though, sometimes it's safer not to do it because on my Father's Day, upon initiating 61 plus 8, her foot came across,
caught you,
clubbed me,
caught you,
like straight clubbed me, almost knocked me out. Like it was.
That's the worst,
it was
man.
like it was.
That's
you know where the ankle is. Like if this was the foot right there, caught me straight like Daniel's son. Daniel's son.
It was like a karate kick.
And I had to say, I was like, ooh. Like, that's definitely a moment changer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that's the worst.
Kick me in the face.
Yeah.
There's sometimes you can't come back from that.
Oh, dude, she just started laughing, and I just started laughing. And I'm like, I was like, I don't know how I feel right now. Like,
what was it?
I almost want to punch you in the face too.
Just retaliate.
What if you kick your foot up and it's just like, bam? All right, we're even. Let's go.
She's like, what'd you do that for? I was like, we're even.
Yeah, just give her.
We can move forward with this love section.
Right. The awkwardness is past, and now we can get back to normal. Yeah.
You didn't tell me about 67.
And what if your wife? What if your wife was like? Like she every time she actually does it, slap me. Just slap me in the face. Like she kicks you, you're like, oh God. She jumps off. Slap me.
Get your legs.
Hit me back. Come on.
Get
Slap
your
me
legs.
back.
Oh, is that where we're going tonight? Is that where we're going?
Get your licks. Go
Get
ahead.
your
I deserve
licks.
it. Get it.
Give me a quick 2-piece. Come on, 1-2. Let's get back to it.
I want to see stars.
Was it drawing up? The question is, Joel, would you deliver? Would you deliver? Would you get it back?
Upon request? Are we talking about upon request here? I live every day. Listen, I live every day to please my wife. So
it's a mutual agreement.
At that point, it's all pleasure. It's a
mutual agreement.
It's pleasure and
This
pain.
has turned into a slap boxing competition.
Well, here's the thing. What like how much power are you going to apply? Are you going to give her like under 30?
Oh, yeah.
Or are you going to give her?
She kicked me really hard. That's hard. It was really hard. So,
Joe's just like, it's like, wait a minute. Joe's like,
get off of me! Stop!
Huh? He say, you know what? No, that's it. That is it. Get off. That's it. We're done. We're done here. Okay. I never.
You wanted to kick me. You've been waiting.
That's what you've been plotting.
Huh? You're like,
is it too much?
I was sitting around going, tonight I'm in a 67 plus 2 and kick it right in the face.
I'm gonna work him up to 67, and then I'm gonna apply the 2-piece. I got him. But women know.
Next time you want that magic number, don't forget about
women know. Women know that we will never get our lick back. We're just too gentlemen.
No.
Okay, we're too gentlemanish. We'll think about it. But honestly, if my wife is like, just punch me in the face, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
What if she's like, what if you're like, I'm calling the cops. Like she just socked you. You're like,
she's going to jail.
Like, no.
Hit
me.
Just hit me. We'll be even.
Nope. No. You're going. Hey, you're going to go take a time out tonight. Okay. I need to get away from you, man. Okay.
Oh man.
I'm going to come to work the next day with my glasses on. Like, Nick, why are you wearing those glasses? It's fine. It's okay.
Injured.
I got metal in my eye.
I think I would play it up too forever. Like every time I walk by.
Look,
hey,
you
babe,
take your you take the glasses off. She's like, "Oh my God, Nick, what happened? It was my fault. I pushed her. I pushed her. That was my fault. I pushed her too hard."
Babe, can I get you anything, please? Can I do anything for you, please? Let me.
Please allow me to. I just. I want to serve you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Anytime she gets up, you're like, oh,
oh, sorry.
You're scaring me, baby. You've been scaring me.
Don't move so fast.
Life.
I ain't gonna do nothing to you. I know you never would. You would never. You would
never hit me, huh? Anytime she like shuts a door, just dive.
Just living in fear.
What do you do if in the middle, instead of them saying slap me, if they just like all out just slap you out of nowhere?
They slap you?
No, I'm saying what's the game plan if that scenario happens?
I don't know that.
Headbutt immediately. No hands. That way they have no idea what's coming.
You got to make sure you always have top guard.
Like it's like this. I'm like, what the? I didn't even mean to. I'm sorry.
It was a reflex.
Just pure reflex.
It was a reflex, babe. She's all knocked out. She's all.
The headbutt is crucial. Like you catch a headbutt with the wrong. Hey, the right head. You catch the wrong head. You wrong. You done.
Yeah.
You done.
I can tell you now, this thing is like bonk. Okay, this thing is putting you to sleep. All right, you're going to sleep.
Your head,
night.
dude,
I'm telling you,
you got weight on that thing. Like you look like.
Hey, I got a big head too, but I don't know how powerful.
Yeah, but Nick's is a bruiser. Like
it's a weapon.
Looks like
it's a weapon.
Yeah.
There's no ball.
Dude, when Nick, when you dive in the pool, the water just moves like heroin.
Just your head makes it. Well, it's just a small splash till Nick's head gets there.
Brutal, yeah.
Oh man,
like a mushroom cloud.
I win all the dive contests. I win all the splash competitions, baby.
Just by doing
if Nick was a wrestler,
Joe,
that'd
just
be
make
his
one.
move.
Yeah.
Just
Let's call it the splash down. You know what I mean? Bow. No, this bad boy is
headbutting people.
this thing's meaty, man. All
right, guys.
Dropping the bomb.
Just off the top rope, just fall over on him. That's taking the splash to a whole nother level.
I mean, the headbutt is. I mean, it's
I don't know.
with an anvil like that.
It's a slick move, though. It's a slick
Look
move because
out.
it's, 'cause
But
it's
dude, I'll
quick.
tell you, I can attest to this
Yeah.
now. It's one of the most painful headbutts you'll get is from your kids, unintentionally from your kids.
Oh, those are the
Yeah.
worst. Those are the worst. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right to the nostril, right to the
Dude,
nose.
it's either to the nostril or to the teeth.
Right on the
Oh,
cartilage.
dude, I get. How do you not get mad? Like, how do you not get like man mad?
You do. You do.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, God, you suck me. Like they meant. You hit your dad in the face.
What do we say? What do we say? Be careful. Be careful.
Yeah. Jeez, that is the worst.
And then they
It's
always like when they're little like mine, they'll turn around and be like, "Are you okay?"
Look, we're all, you don't know how to play? You don't know how to play?
Who said full
You
contact?
always.
Who said
I knew
full
it.
contact?
You always go too far. I knew it. I knew it. Once you start wrestling, I knew it. I knew it. Man. I knew
Oh, man. They don't have no clue. They have no clue what's happening at that point. They're just like, what do I do? And then what do? We go tell our wives, can you believe what your son just did?
Dude.
She headbutted me.
being that is like there's nothing like being tried by your own kid and remembering that they're your kid. You know, like you forget. Like pain is pain.
Like you.
Pain is pain.
Yeah.
You know, pain is pain. You know, like it doesn't hurt less to get hit in the nukes. You know, like,
You can't
Doesn't
square up
hurt
with a
less.
5-year-old. Like it doesn't.
No.
You know what I mean? You can't like just rise on a 5-year-old.
It's
Like,
like
what? What's
you're
up?
just looking at him and you're like,
yeah, that's it. That's it. You just make some crazy thing.
and they're just like, and then like after you're done yelling, you're like, okay, and they're like, are we still playing?
Let's talk about it.
You're like,
Talk about it.
This game's been over.
Let's talk about it.
I think it's brutal.
It's brutal, man.
You guys-
Parenting is-
then you like
parenting is-
instantly go into back into dad mode where you're like,
Yeah.
listen,
I love you.
when you move your head fast backwards
Just let me know.
when you're sitting on daddy's lap, you
have to
can
tell
hit
me.
daddy in the nose.
That's right. That's right.
And it might start bleeding, and we don't want that to happen because it really
That's
hurts
right,
daddy.
that's right,
And you're like,
that's
are you okay? You're like, I'm fine now, but you
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
like the next day,
What about when you get like a visible injury from your kid, like a busted lip, a black eye?
Oh, that's
yeah.
the worst. That's hard to explain. It's embarrassing. You have to tell the story.
You know what's more embarrassing? What the most embarrassing thing ever, having a wife, is if your wife's the one that gets clubbed by your son and gets a black eye. Because then everywhere you go, everybody's looking at you like,
You did it.
you always do this. I always bring up this. I'll be in line and be like, man, he got you good, didn't he? Yeah. You just bring it up out loud like, man, babe. She's like, dang, you said it 65 times. Anywhere we go. Anywhere we go. Because the first thought is he slocked her. Like,
And
I do.
immediately- Yeah,
I don't
immediately.
look at a guy and a girl and the wife has a black eye and go, they have a great relationship. I think something's wrong. He
Right.
popped her one.
Immediately.
it's like when your wife or girlfriend goes, I think I'm going to play softball. You're like, no, you're not. No,
Yeah.
you're not. You're not.
Bullets.
No, there's a
Bullets.
really bad joke that popped in my head when it comes to women with black. I'm going to repeat it, but my uncle told me one time, "What do you tell a woman with 2 black eyes?"
I know the answer to this.
She's already been told twice.
Nothing. She's already been told twice. Right? Sorry, I had to get that out. It was just it was in my brain, and I got that out. Okay.
What a terrible uncle.
All right.
He was. He absolutely was.
You know, I'd be lying. I'd be lying to you guys if I said I never fought a girl. I fought
listen.
a girl. I did. No, it was a tough fight. It was like
Talk about it.
it was one of the hardest fights I ever had. I was 6. Met right in front of the apartments. I said,
Squared up.
"What's the deal? What's the deal, Maria?" She grabbed me, threw me into the rose bushes,
Oh.
jumped on top of me.
She initiated.
Yeah, my mom says, "Whoop
Kudos.
her ass." Whoop
Your mom was there?
yeah, she's out there on the porch, standing there.
Not
And we're
the
like
rose.
going. Yeah, we're having one of those fights, like a cartoon fight, like the Garfield.
Oh, just bucking.
And maybe I'll come up like, Mom, I can't win.
Bring you back down.
You know?
Yeah.
It goes down like that. I think I caught her once, but it was a battle in the vineyard.
Yeah.
Like we went all over.
I'm assuming she was older. Was she older, girl?
She was bigger. She was thicker.
Oh, see, that's see.
She had the
that's
weight.
different,
She had the
man.
weight
It's
advantage.
different, right?
Yeah.
If you got that weight class, you got to go for broke.
I mean, Mexican kids are strong. They're just strong.
Yeah, true.
Strong. And she had like one of those backs that just kind of rolled up. Like,
Yeah.
rolled up.
She's
Like,
a
you know.
bull, man.
Linebacker.
Like usually,
Yep.
it's one of those backs that usually just wears the one color shirt, like purple or. You know,
That's terrible.
Amarillo.
that is a fact. That's a fact.
It is a fact.
That is a fact. You know exactly the back that I'm talking about.
Her shirt is verde.
It's the one. No, it's just not. It's not even the size. It's just they always wear. It's just
Yeah,
a one color
I know
shirt.
what you mean.
Just
It's
One
just
color
a-
plain
yeah.
shirt.
Like that
Have
door
sweat
shirt.
spots.
Like that door
round-
shirt. Yeah, just round the neck.
The round
Yeah.
neck.
The round neck. Yeah.
You
It's
know
just
it.
that shirt.
You know.
It's just that shirt.
Oh my god. So bad.
We call that the hermana shirt.
It's definitely real.
It's
You
really.
guys want to see? You guys want to see today's treats?
What do we got? What do we got
Yes.
on the docket?
So I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it American. Okay.
Okay.
I'm keeping it American. This is something I thought. Okay, two things I love:
Yeah.
cereal
Yep.
and king size things.
Oh.
So we're jumping in here. We're jumping in. This is a fruity pebble bar.
I'm always fan of Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah.
What is this brand though? This brand, I was like, oh, it must be a Hershey or must be Mars bar.
No way.
Frankfurt bar.
They're actually
that
a
who
pretty,
makes-
pretty popular brand. Yeah.
Frankfurt candy. That's
They do
a
a-
thing.
They do a lot of crossover candies. Yeah. They actually, right after, what was it? Golden, what was the one that,
Willy Wonka?
not the, what's this other cereal bar they started out with? Golly.
Sour Patch
Brain
Kids.
fart. Keep going. It'll come to me.
I'm looking. I'm on
this
their
looks great.
site. Let me
Had a
see.
let's see.
vicious brain.
So let me show you guys something. This is this looks like
Oscar
like you
Mayer
ever
Minis.
you ever left milk in a bowl and it sat out
Swedish Fish.
and you go back and you grab it and it's like one piece of milk. You know what I'm talking about? Or it sat in the sink and you didn't drink it. Do you guys hear me? Or you guys looking
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
stuff?
I'm
What did I
sorry.
say?
My wife's texting me. I'm sorry. Keep
Something
going,
about
keep
the
going.
sink.
I can't have a conversation if you guys are.
I was trying to figure out what this thing's known about. All right, go ahead.
Listen,
Carry on.
okay,
I'm
so
full,
listen.
you have my full
Have you
attention.
ever have you ever left cereal in a bowl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it just turns into like cheese. Like maybe it's at the bottom of the sink and you don't like rinse it out or
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah,
and the milk
yeah,
gets a
yeah,
little bit.
okay.
Okay. So this legitimately looks just like that. Like if
Yeah. Is
you know,
it white
if-
chocolate?
I don't know, it's something chocolate.
Yeah.
And so
With,
looks pretty though.
It's that milk stuff, isn't it? Because it's like
Oh,
a cereal
give
bar,
him
right?
some milk. Let me see. Yeah.
Yeah, milk.
Oh crud.
Yeah,
That's good.
is that
Is
good?
it chocolate?
Yeah.
Chocolate and Fruity Pebbles?
No.
Oh,
This is like it's like the cookies and cream with Fruity Pebbles. It's so good. Man. I prefer this over the cereal. Like this is good.
dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. Katie bought some Fruity Pebbles the other day, and I poured a bowl, like looking so forward to it,
Hated it.
and not what I remembered.
When was the last time you had some?
Oh, probably 5 or 6 years ago.
It's a tough memory.
I have ever since we moved into this house. I have fallen in love with Cinnamon Toast Crunch
A fine
every
cereal.
every morning. Way too much sugar for. I mean, I say morning, but I don't eat till 12. But that's the first thing I eat: a bowl of
Yeah.
cereal.
Yes. Hey guys, I'm sorry to have to cut out. I got an emergency going on right now, so
Yeah, I was just
going on?
messaging you.
what's
You
going
can
on
cut out
with
if
the
you want
wife,
to.
so-
Me and-
yeah, so unfortunately, I got to cut out. But guys, I'll keep everybody posted when we come
All
back.
right.
And if not, then I appreciate everybody, and we'll catch you on the next podcast. Later.
So Joel, is it chocolate. You said it's not chocolate, and
No, it's like the cookies and cream bar deliciousness. Pure yum yum.
chocolate, Joel.
No, it's not. The cookies and cream bar is not really white chocolate. It's
It's
white
not really
stuff.
white chocolate. No way! Don't tell me that.
Let me see. Hold on. It's like hold on. I don't know. It doesn't even have a flavor. It's just a fruity pebbles
But it's
bar.
good.
Yeah, it's
Did you
not
get
bad.
it at the corner store?
No, I got that at Harris Teeter.
Oh, the teat.
Man, I use Teeter all the time. It's like a restaurant and a grocery store and a cultural experience all at once.
I went to your teeter, and it's very nice. But when I worked at the hospital up in Harrisburg, we had like a Bojangles and a teeter that was right across the street. So that's when I became like a consumer, or like a consistent consumer, I should say, of the teat.
I will say, it's definitely way too expensive.
Yes.
I mean, everything is overpriced. Like, there's not a thing in there, minus buying Harris Teeter sushi. Okay,
Yeah.
which is
Which
well
is
priced.
still like, it's like what it's like
It's good.
$7.95 or something for.
depends on what you get.
Yeah.
Right.
It's good too.
Aside from that, everything in there is so expensive. I don't understand how people can knowingly know that if I go to Walmart and buy the same thing there that I buy at Harris Teeter, it's sometimes 2 times cheaper. Like a whole
Yeah.
like
if
$2
you-
cheaper.
And if you're
But
willing
still,
to,
will go and get it.
yeah, if you're willing
just
to
pay
kick
the
down
extra.
and go to Aldi, you're going to pay probably $4.
Right,
cheaper.
It's so stupid that convenience is precedence.
Well, it's weird because it's like it's convenience, and it's also a like a brand thing. So
I don't know.
like people are like, I shop at Target instead of Walmart, or I shop at Harris Teeter instead of Food
Walmart.
Line. And I'm like, dude, come on.
I think people would sacrifice a ton for like comfort.
Yeah.
I think that. I probably would.
Yeah. That's
I do
like,
a lot of dumb stuff for comfort.
but that's a fast food thing too, right? So, like, whenever we're like, we're going to go pick something up, the first thing we think of is what's closest. Like, what's the closest I can go to that I don't have to go way far out, as opposed to being like, hey, what's the healthiest choice, or hey, what's the best, or what is everybody craving? You know,
Dude,
it's
McDonald's.
like
I'm
Sonic
gonna tell you,
McDonald's.
every fast food place right now tears my guts up.
Does it? Did you
No,
take it?
100%.
Did you get away from?
If I don't eat it, I'm
Yeah,
regular.
yeah.
If I do eat it, like tomorrow, let's say, if I go get a Whopper and I get it my way, the way I want it,
Which is
which
any Whopper is good.
flame broiled, ketchup, mustard, a little bit of onions, tomato,
I
lettuce,
like it.
cheese. I know what's to come. Thunder gut.
Yep.
It's hitting like it is. It's a thunderstorm in my belly.
With everything.
Yeah, all fast food. It
Dude,
just-
I'll tell you,
and
this
this is, I didn't realize it either. For a while, I was like, man, like I duty a lot. Like, and then I'd be having the Hershey's, and I don't be wanting that. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I
It's
want,
good,
I want
good to have
the,
every once in a while to just
well, I want
clear
the
system
Lincolns.
out, but yeah,
I need the Lincolns.
The
you know,
Lincolns are better.
I just
you
feel
feel like
healthy.
you feel like you've done something with the Lincolns.
I feel like I'm healthier. Like if I look down and I see beef stew,
Yeah,
something's wrong with me. Like
I've
holy
eaten
crap!
something, yeah.
Like, you've never been like, oh yeah. But I know that if I got a good solid, Harold in there,
You got to do a little work, get a little sweat up.
I'm
that thing
healthy.
out.
I'm healthier.
Have you ever take? Is it Metamucil?
You can take that every day now.
Yeah,
Fiber.
Yeah. Do you take it every day?
I don't.
They
I just-
say
if I could stay
that
away.
that'll. They say if you take that consistently, you'll have Lincolns with no wiping needed.
Say a word.
That's a blessing.
I would take
call it.
If I could do that, like you'd have to it'd have to like this. Like this would have to be your cheeks, Pat. Like this. Like it'd go like this. Like, It would have to completely sear off, so nothing could get through there. I mean, how could you even do that?
Do you know the 4? I think it's 4. I have to. Hopefully, I remember them after I say this. The 4 types of like SHITs or dookies that you can have.
No, are they a thing?
No, I'm going to do 1 through 4. 4 is the best, and 1 is the worst. But I'm going to start at 1.
Okay.
So number 1 is the murder scene, and that's when like bubble guts just. Boom.
That's when it gets underneath the seat, and it surprises you later when you go to take. You know, like you go, whoa!
Exactly.
Or a guest comes over and they're like, whoa! How embarrassed are you when you know somebody was there? They didn't say a word, and you go later to go to the bathroom, and you're all, oh man!
That like it's whenever you own a house, you realize, or whenever you're an official adult, you have to realize if you're going to have people over, the first thing you need to do is clean your toilets.
I'm going to tell you up front, that is a must.
Yes, 100%.
It's a telltale of what goes on.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And
it's just not 100%. One of those things. I mean, I hate the idea of it. Like, I hate the idea of.
Well, the worst is like where we are is when we have like teenage kids.
That's when you have
like no toilet etiquette at all.
Man, I'm still working on mine. They never sent me to duty school.
All right, number 2 is, I think it's called the Sunday, and that's like where...
Oh, it's soft serve or what?
Yeah, like soft serve.
It is disgusting.
Then the third one is it the Houdini?
Oh, I hate the way there's nothing there.
No, the clean as a whistle, I think, is the third. And that's like when you have a big poop, and then you wipe and there's nothing on the toilet paper. Like it's just a straight clean poop. And then the last but not least, which is the craziest and only happens to you maybe 2 times ever, is the ghost. I'm sorry, one in the chat. It's called the ghost shit. And that's when you drop one, you wipe, there's nothing on the paper, and then you get up and look in the toilet, there's nothing in the toilet.
I think it's interdimensional.
That's happened to me. That's happened to me twice in my life.
That is definitely maybe it's a phantom poo. Maybe you're really not doing it.
No, I don't. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I mean, I never thought about pooping it into another dimension.
Maybe somebody else's toilet just filled up. They're like, whoa.
What would you do if you pooped in your upstairs toilet and then you thought it was a gross poop, and then you walk downstairs to your downstairs toilet and there's a turd sitting in your downstairs toilet?
Nah. I would try and slide down. See what happens. Jump in face first.
It might be like a Mario tunnel.
See if I can guess. I'm saying, yep, that's what I'm doing. Pop up the other one.
I
don't know if
that's wild.
You have a clock in your house?
I don't. Well, we had like I don't know where we got away from having like an actual. I'm trying to think of when I ever had an actual clock, because for the last probably 10 or 15 years, I just rely on the digital clocks, like the stove and phone. Or my phone. But like if I'm walking through the kitchen, like if Garrison wants me to do the milk run at like 4 a.m. and I have to come down here, I just look and see what time it is, which is always the worst. Do you find it to be the worst if you're woken up in the middle of the night to look and see what time it is?
I don't want to do it because I don't want to know that, it's 5 o'clock.
Exactly.
And I got to get up at 6. Dang it. And
that's the worst, man.
I just would play. I like to play dumb. Like, I'm not looking at that.
You just lay there.
Go right back to sleep. Pray.
There was times before I was so like busy with life that I would wake up and I couldn't go back to sleep. And that's like, terrible.
You know what you do?
Put
yourself in sleep. Put yourself in I know what you do. That's not what I do, dirty man. I need me a good night kiss to myself. I'm gonna do me a favor. Now you put yourself in your own sleeper hold.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, isn't it?
While choking yourself out.
Dude, this is like the third night in a row I had to choke myself out. I need to quit.
I can't sleep without a sleeper hold.
I think I'm addicted.
I feel like I just slept for
Honey,
days.
talking about asking your girlfriend or wife. It's like, honey, just one more time. Just do it.
Sleep me
one
out.
more time.
Sleep me
Put
out,
me out,
sis.
Put me out. I get a
I
good
bet I
night's sleep.
stay awake. I bet.
Dude, those videos of people that get put in that, it's completely different between professional fighters and then people that like have no idea what's going on.
Hey, just do it at
Professional
home.
fighters, you can see them like trying to choke their chin, and then they get caught, and they're just like, okay, like people that don't know, they're just like,
Oh, they just go. And then they go body limp. Just straight, like they just got unplugged.
yeah.
You know? It's turned off. So you're not a clock guy. We got one clock.
I love y'all's big clock.
Plays music. Mm-hmm. You know? It plays Christmas music.
Does it?
It plays randoms. Yeah,
Can
it
you
plays
change the
randoms.
music?
Yeah, on the back.
Oh,
Like it has like 90 songs. That's a lot
Really?
of songs.
wow.
Yeah. That's 90 days worth. I mean, it
Yeah.
goes off every hour.
3
so
months.
maybe not. It's so I like it. I do. I think I wish that I had this idea about making a Jamaican clock called a bumba clock.
I can laugh at that because I've been to Jamaica.
You know a bumba clock?
The Bumble Clock.
Half past rude boy. Half past rude boy, a quarter to 4:20.
Yes.
You know, every hour it puffs some smoke out.
like air freshener.
Yeah.
For your house. Have you ever been like? Do you remember the air fresheners they had for a little bit, but they didn't last long because people thought it was weird? That would like it said I can't remember exactly if it would scent, like if it would detect an odor, and it would go, and it's just like a little. You know
I
what
don't
I'm
think
talking
it was detecting odors. Yeah, I know you're talking. I think it was on a timer. I mean, how?
Okay, maybe it was a
do you know
timer.
how jacked up that would be? Some stank person walks by.
about? Every time I walk by. That's how those. I think that's how
Dude,
those
that
ones
would
in the
be so-
bathrooms are. At like
There's no
public
way.
Bathrooms.
What is a stink detector, Pat?
I don't know.
How does something that doesn't have a nose detect stink? Like this stinks.
I mean, I
Like,
feel like if we can put a bunch of billionaires in a tube and send them down to the Titanic, we got a detector of odor.
I don't think that. I don't think that like AI or robots are going to struggle with farts.
Hold on. Go.
Yeah. What's that smell?
No.
What is going on? Yeah.
Dude, what if we did find out that there were aliens and like they're like in Men in Black, Men in African American, and
Thank you,
then
thank you.
you open up stuff and it's just two little aliens. Like, oh God, they found us.
I don't know what I would
Like
do.
the things that they have seen.
Yeah, true that. What would you do? What would you do if you found out you're like Eraser? You remember that movie Eraser? Where he got
What is-
cloned?
Yeah,
Arnold Schwarzenegger gets cloned.
Yeah.
And he comes home.
No.
Well, he's got in that wreck.
Yeah.
They thought he was dead, so they send his clone in. And he gets home. He survives. Goes home, and there he is with his wife
Dude,
and
that'd be
kids.
so trippy.
And what would
I don't
you do?
know.
I mean, you're doomed. Like no one's going to believe you. Like movies make it so unrealistic in the idea that you're going to be like, "Help me, they've stolen my
like,
body.
I know Charles, and this is the real Charles. No,
This is the real one. I can tell. What did we do on your birthday 4 years ago? We had cake shaped like a boob.
it was
Yeah.
my 40th.
Mm-hmm.
The
I'm going to try and find you a bumba clock.
please.
So, I will. I was thinking we should get into umpiring, Pat.
Absolutely not.
Come on, man.
Dude, Matt Crosby talked me into refereeing kids basketball for the
That's
Wild.
terrible, though.
And it was
That is
the
too much.
absolute. Like there was some good that came out of it, but I told myself when I did that after the season, I was like, I'm never doing this again.
What good came out of it? Like you met a couple of
outrageous.
nice kids.
I met a couple nice kids. To this day, if they see me,
Still a relationship.
They'll say Patrick from SpongeBob, because they were all like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And they were like,
sure.
and they'd be like, "What's your name?" Because that's what they do. Like, "What's your name?" And I'm like, "Patrick." And they're like, "Patrick from SpongeBob." And I'm like, "Exactly."
Oh, so stupid.
Every time.
Dude, when I worked at the when I used to work with kids at Powercross, they all thought I was black. And it was like
Wow,
so
how?
weird. I have no idea. Like one time we were driving and they were saying the M word, and I was like, y'all gotta stop saying that word. I was like, you're not gonna say that on this bus. You guys are like 10, 8.
Yeah.
They're like, Coach, we all black. Come on, man. Come on, Coach. I mean, you black, I'm black. Only white person in here is Adam. You know, like, oh, dude, I just went with it. I'm like, I know, man. Heck yeah. Because in an environment like that, if they think that, you know, like, I mean, I'm more than 6%, maybe they could tell my 6%, like, maybe because I dance so good. They'd be like,
Probably.
okay.
That's a statement. That's
I'm not too
statement.
fast. I'm not too fast. You know, the good
I'm
thing
not
about having a
fast.
son, Asher is such a, like, yes man son, like the best. We had like a race with all the coaches, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I got like second to last. And he's like, Dad, you won. You basically won. Like you almost won. And then now he tells the story if it comes up. You were in second, but you were right there. Like you were
Dude, I need
booking.
Asher in my life.
I'm telling
Like-
you, dude, it just comes through sometimes when
Like
you need
this
it.
is
Like,
this is my life. Is I went. There's some people from Katie's work play golf, and when I first met them and they were talking about it, I was like, "Hey, yeah, I used to play for school, and I was pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't play much anymore, but I was like shooting like the mid 80s." Which
Yeah.
I've found recently is not the case anymore because I haven't played in years. And so they're like, let's play. The first time I played, it was terrible weather. It was super cold. It was rainy. It was me and one of her coworkers. And me and him both didn't play well because it was the environment. But we
Right.
just went and played again. And so I want all the listeners and you to keep in mind what you just said about Asher.
Right.
And this is my life. I'm about to walk out the door, and Katie's like, hey, you better beat all of them. I'm like, I'm going to try. And after the 9th hole, I text her, and I'm like, it ain't going to happen today.
tough day.
It ain't going to happen today. And she's like, hey, perk the F up and get on your game. So it's not a
Call me.
all-
Step
yeah.
away.
Yeah, step
you about,
away. Call
you
me.
about to
We
drive? Call me right now. You got this. Listen, you drive. You think about you. You're the best driver. Asher would just be like, "You guys pretty good, dude. You did good."
Hey, and 97 ain't bad.
Yeah,
It's close to mid 80s.
I had my son knows I never played professional sports, but I have a jersey, an A's jersey with my last name on it.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, did you buy it like that, or is that from when you played? That's when you played for him." Like
The best.
absolutely, yeah. Bad at third. I knew it. I just want to. When you die, I want to have that jersey. Like he does that too. He says things like that. You know, like he's plotting in his mind. Like, okay, what's sentimental? Like, okay, when Dad goes, I like your shoes. I want those shoes. He wants my shoes. You know, like he wants stuff
Those
like
shoes
that.
aren't going to last that long.
Never, dude.
I got some time, Ash.
I'm not finna boo.
You stuck with me in this mustache for days.
I'm telling you. But he definitely does that.
That's awesome.
It's so funny though, man. It makes for fun times.
Dude, let me tell you this, and then we'll wrap it up.
I have one question after this.
Okay. So yesterday I was with Garrison, and he gets in these spells. So for the listeners who don't know, Garrison, my he's 4, will be 5, and like later this year. But like,
Why
he
didn't you
gets in
name him
these
Patrick's
spells.
son
I don't know.
instead of Gary's son?
Oh, I don't know. That's a fair point.
Who the
Besides the
hell's
one that came up with
Gary?
his name. But I do like Garrison. Yeah, but he
I
would
like
never
it
be
too.
called. He would
I
not
like
be called
it too.
Gary ever.
What about Pat's son? Patrick's son.
But so he gets in these spells where he does something. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he'll just like belly laugh. He'll be like, and it's so cute. But yesterday, dude, I swear to God, I got a video. I'll send it to you. We're watching YouTube because he likes YouTube, and he'll find a video, and I'll be like, "Oh, this is cool," and then he'll hit the back button, back to the YouTube home, and he'll be like, waiting on me to be like, "What are you doing?" He'll be like, "Ah." So he did that a few times, and he's like, and he does it one more time, and I look at him like, "Garrison, what are you doing?" And he goes, "Ah," and then he starts doing the freaking TikTok like, and I was like, "Oh, he's just doing his arms," but then he stops and he's just like, and I'm like, "Have you watched this dance on YouTube or something? What are you doing?"
6 million times.
You know the little dance that everybody does on I think it's Fortnite dance or whatever.
Yeah,
I was like, dude, come on.
It gets worse. It gets way worse as they get older.
Oh my god! If I had when I have my phone back, I'll give it to you. He's got my phone.
You just never know what they're going to learn.
Oh, dude,
what do they learn?
Dude,
you know,
it's crazy. All right, hit me with a question, and then we'll close it out.
Okay, so Star Trek's back out, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love Star Trek, and they were talking about, every captain has their, when it's time to go, like what they say, like engage, engage, check us out, number one, difference. I don't know what, there's a couple I don't know. So I was just going to ask, if you were captain of a starship, and it's time to go, it's time to roll, Pat, what is your saying?
I don't know that I can say it on here.
You have a cuss word in there? You're a captain.
Cuss word in there.
You're a captain.
That's true, though. I have a cuss word that I use. I have a cuss word that I use before, like a pay-per-view, like any broadcast goes live when I produce it. That has a cuss word, and it's just basically "let's effing go."
So you're sitting. That would be your saying, like let's
no. That wouldn't be not for a captain of a ship. That's like a producer man, like over like 6
right, so let's talk about your ship though.
That's
going to Alpha Quadrant. It's time to roll. Take us out. Hey,
yeah.
What are you gonna say? Hit him up. What do you got? Run that Joan.
Let's run it.
Hey, there it is. Like, let's go.
Let's run it.
Dang.
Let's run it.
Dang.
Is that it?
If I was like under you, I would die every time. Like, sheesh, we're gonna die. He's
John,
gonna
you
get
good?
us killed.
Casey, you good?
Let's run it.
All engines go. Let's run it.
Dang, that's fast.
That hurt my finger.
All engines go.
If I'm being completely honest, the only thing that was sitting in my brain was what's Buzz Lightyear's to infinity and beyond.
Yeah.
To infinity and beyond.
How about this one all tough? Like, let's attack this space.
Is that the face you gonna use?
Yeah. Let's attack this space. Attack the space.
What if it was they don't know what's coming?
Ooh, that's good.
That's a good one.
That's good.
They'll never see us coming. Maybe something like that.
Let's slide out of here. Ooh, that's cool. Slide on out. How about maybe like time to hit the floor. Running.
Gotta put a little bit more of a pause.
Yeah, time to hit the floor. Running.
Boom, right there. That's good.
Maybe. I think what's a good strong like? Let's get out. Let's boogie.
Let's boogie would be good. What if there was a God? Like, what if music? Like, what if you could have music that played? Like, if you said it and then
it could
music.
Boom.
I know what mine would be.
What you're saying? We still haven't got that,
dude. Let's run it.
Oh, you're keeping it. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm out. Captain Price, let's run it.
All right, team. Let's run it. Boom.
Ooh, mine would be like this. Time to dip our toes in the stars. Let's go. Shoot out.
I'm not opposed to it.
Shoot out.
Then what music plays?
Here I go again on my own. That's it.
Mine would have to be. Mine's got to be that. Something's happening here.
Dang, you're going to war. You're in Vietnam.
Yep. That's my jam. I've always said, I think I've said this on this podcast, but I know I've told you and Nick, if I ever make a movie, that is the opening. I will pay for the rights for that to be the opening song of that movie, no matter what the movie is.
No matter what it is.
No matter what it is.
It could be about
that first
fast food restaurant.
Boom.
Nice.
Boom. Like, I can see it now. I can see like a drone shot coming over like a little town. Very like Kevin Smithish, or very actually more like Tarantino-ish. Like not like a crane shot or drone shot just coming over the town. I mean, it's just like Tropic Thunder, but it's not military. I don't think it'll be a military movie. I mean, think about if you did a comedy movie. Like if we made the comedy movie, and everybody knows it's a comedy movie, and that's the first song that plays. Like during the opening credits.
This has to make sense.
Yeah.
And if it does, it does. But
I
think
how you make it make sense is we have to set it in the 90s to save money on cost.
That's right.
So, like, that's playing for all these like cutscenes throughout the city, and then it comes to you, and you take off your little Sony. You remember the Sony ones that had the little
you
round
look at
things?
you take it off and you look at your crew and you go, "Let's slide on out of here."
Then title done.
There it is. There it is.
You're welcome for this movie making session with Patrick and Joel.
June.
Yeah. That's what we're going to call it. It's June. But yeah. All right. So I guess is that a wrap?
I think so. I think it's one more thing. This is a funny thing I just remembered.
Okay.
So like, did you get did you get any cards for Father's Day? I know we were talking about. We just kind of skipped over it.
It was actually a cool little card.
It's so weird that like we're conditioned that like from the get that even as a 9-year-old, like I get a card from my son, I still look for money. You love me. You love me.
Like
you love me, best dad ever.
I'm the complete opposite. I'm like,
I'm always looking for money.
But I will.
My wife gives me a card. I'm like, she'd probably give me $5. So, nope. No.
I'm like, I'm the complete opposite to where if money falls out of a card, like it's gonna fall in my lap because I'm just gonna open the card. I'm not gonna I open the card, it'll fall in my lap, and I'm like, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
You do the reverse psychology. Like, I don't want the money.
What are we doing here? I'm not 10.
Hey.
Katie's always good about, like, Katie gets the coolest gifts, like the most, she does get really cool gifts, but it's like the most necessary gifts. Like, you know what I mean? Like things that you'll use. Like, I'm like, underwear. She's like, we got you, like this year, her and Garrison walked down, they're like, we got you your Father's Day stuff, and hand it to me, and I'm like, okay, what is this? And keep in mind, I didn't mention this before when you asked about how our Father's Day was. I was like deathly sick. Father's Day was on Sunday, Friday night.
You were knee deep in a cold,
puking my brains out or something I ate. Like I don't want to get into the details. I won't, but it's like the hardest I've thrown up in a long, long time. Luckily, once it got out, I was good. I was fine, but I had to recover all day Saturday, and then I felt back to kind of back to normal Sunday morning. So they walk up, and I'm like, "Oh, thank you." She's like, "Open it," and it's a card, cool card. It was kind of like it said something about like you look like this dad life is driving you crazy. You open it, and it says, "I feel like I had a little bit to do with that." Cool, funny card. Cy and Garrison and Katie signed it, but then, dude. Not even thinking about this, I open the first thing and pull out this big old bag of beef jerky. Win number one right there.
Yeah,
and especially when I ate it, it was like I don't like beef jerky that's really tough. Yeah, I like beef jerky that you can kind of bite into, but you still got to chew a little bit. It's perfect. I might get some right after we finish.
Good old tender meat.
Yeah, dude. And then she's like, "You got one more thing?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." Reach down in there, pull it out, dude. It's this. I wish I had it. It's at my desk upstairs, but it's like a little stand that you plug into the wall, and it'll charge your phone, your Apple Watch, and your earbud, like your
Yeah, I got that.
AirPods.
I got that. I have that.
I'm like, I never
really
bought
cool.
that for myself.
Right.
And like I wish I had the gift of gift giving that she has, but I don't.
You know,
I'm terrible.
I got the gift of grab.
This Schwinby.
My baby.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yeah. But yeah, so I think that's it. That's a good rapper-rooney.
Yeah.
You know?
So do you want to take it home, or you want me to start it and you? I'll start it. You finish it.
Yeah, sure.
All
Like
right.
a fight. Just like, hey, that's just if we got to do a fight, that's how it'll be. You started, I'm finna finish it.
All right. That'll work.
Try
So if
me.
you ever fight us, Patrick's going to throw the first swing. Joe's going to finish you off. But yeah, so thank you again, guys. As you can see, we don't have Nick. Nick had to go. He had a little thing he had to take care of. But he
In-house
joined us for the
emergency.
first half. But yeah, thank you, listeners. Keep growing. Keep posting our clips. Keep retweeting.
Please.
Do whatever you do on Facebook. Follow at Tuesday on everything. And yeah, we have so much fun doing this podcast, and like we're on a roll now, and we're trying to continue to up the production value and give you guys as much as we can. We're got so many projects in the works. It's like we just got to decide which one we're going to grab and roll with. But
You know,
go
so-
ahead. But
So yeah, thank you guys for listening tonight. You can check me out on TikTok, POU Joel. You can check me out on Facebook under Joel Reyes, and go to our page, go to the Tuesday podcast on YouTube, and like and subscribe that don't, because we need it. But dude, this has been fun. Been a good time, and
It has.
just wanna.
I hate that Nick had to go, but it was good to having you to myself for a little bit.
Say that again. Say it again.
Just don't 67 me the next time we 16.
I won't. I'm gonna look you in your eyes. I'm gonna say, "Let's boogie."
I thought you were going to say you're going to look me in my eyes and then kick me in the face. All right, Joe.
It took a straight shankle.
No, all right. So I think you had the best send off line out of the two of us. So let's send it out because we're about to take out space.
All right, here we go. Engine's ready. You got to answer them all.
Yes.
Pathway set.
Yes.
Everybody seatbelted in.
Yes, Captain.
Let's do this. Raw.